On today's episode, we'll be exploring the depths of Nahuel Huapi. As I mentioned on the previous episode, this lake has several arms stretching between the Andes, with views out of this world. The only way to get here is by boat, so we hired a motorboat to go explore the hidden gems of Nahuel Huapi Lake. Contenido en 3. Our first destination is Brazo Tristeza. We woke up very early and went to the port of Bahia Lopez, the same place we were on the last episode. Our guide, Chris, picked us up and we set off to our first destination. Both sides of this arm are a natural reserve, so there's literally no trace of any humans at all. This is nature in its purest state, as we sail through cliffs, forests and secret waterfalls. After an hour sailing, we arrived to a beach at the end of the arm. From here, we had a short hike to our final destination, Los Toboganes del Frey. Tobogan in Spanish means slide, and these waterfalls are literally sliding down the hillside. This place is just magical. We're now walking through one of the most unique ecosystems in the world. It's a cold jungle. There's not many of them in the world, and we have the luck of having one here in Bariloche. Basically, the Canadian rainforests in the Pacific coasts, New Zealand, and of course southern Chile, together with Argentina, are the only countries in the world where you can find these kind of ecosystems. Why is it a rainforest, just like those in the tropical areas? Because it rains way too much. Of course, it also snows. Well everyone, we've spent the afternoon in this amazing place. It's just out of this world. I don't see if you can see it right there behind me. We have a huge waterfall, and all this area during the winter is covered in snow, and then with the thaw, all this water goes into the lake. But at this moment, we don't have that much water, so we have this massive rock behind us where we can sit and drink some mates. There's a waterfall here, there's another one a little bit higher. We've been there, but I didn't have any of my gear, so I didn't film anything. But it's definitely, Jesus Christ, this is so nice. And talking about magical places, that takes us to our next destination, Brazo Blest. We didn't go to both arms on the same day, as that would be too much to handle. On the second journey exploring the arms, we went all the way west, deep into the mountains, deeper even than Brazo Tristeza. First thing we see in Brazo Blest is Cascada Blanca, the white waterfall. During summer, it doesn't have much water, but during the thaw, all this rock is covered by the river. Although they're technically not fjords, the arms of Nahuel Huapi have a huge resemblance to them, as they are both of glacial origin. The main difference is that the fjords are at the sea and these arms are in a lake. But they both share the steep cliffs and the lush green vegetation. We finally arrived to Puerto Blest, a small port with a hotel at the mouth of the river. This river comes from a glacier and has that particular milky color of glacial water, creating a clean line on the surface of the lake. Hello everyone and welcome to the depths of the Valdivian rainforest. We are in Puerto Blest, which is a very particular spot, very deep into the mountains. The only way to get here is by boat. You can either take a catamaran or a private boat, as we did, because we are too many, so we just rented a boat for ourselves. And we are very west into the Andes, very close to the Chilean border. It's extremely rainy. We are really lucky because we've got a magnificent day today. But the average rainfall here is 4,000 millimeters a year. It's the most humid place in Argentina. Here you have to sail for about an hour through Brazo Blest, which is one of the many arms that Lake Nahuel Huapi has. It's certainly a gorgeous place. If I thought Brazo Tristeza and the water slides were magical, this place is just out of this world. This waterfall may look very similar to the slides, but they are a different one. Following the river, we arrived to Laguna de los Cantaros, a small lake completely surrounded by granite walls and millenary trees. The Valdivian jungle is home to the alerces, one of the longest living trees on Earth. The oldest one recorded in Argentina is no less than 2,600 years old, and this place is full of them. Laguna de los Cantaros is probably one of the most pristine places I've ever been to. Words will never be up to how you feel in Blest. You can't help but feel tiny, floating on a boat, surrounded by the sheer walls of the mountains and the vastness of the forest. Everything around us was overwhelming for all five senses. Morning everyone. It's another beautiful day in Patagonia, and today we are doing what is probably my favorite hike in the world. So it's going to be a very special day for me. We are going all the way up that mountain. This place is called Cerro Lopez Mountain, and you have a panoramic view from the top, and you can see pretty much everything. It feels like the Lion King when Mufasa says, like, everything that touches the sun. It's pretty much that. You can see 3-4 different lakes, the whole of Bariloche, even Chile. Most of all, you can see the Tronador Mount, which is probably my favorite mountain in Patagonia, but definitely my top 3. You can see many volcanoes on the Chilean side. It's always very comforting for me every time I start this walk, because it's definitely my favorite, and it brings up like very nice memories for me. So here we go, up and up. It's going to be tiring, but absolutely worthy. After 2 hours, we arrived to the first checkpoint, Refugio Lopez. This refuge is a tiny mountain cabin for those going up the mountain. We stopped here for lunch and resumed our journey. Hello everyone. Until a break for about an hour, we resumed a journey to the top, which is now in front of us. It's maybe an hour more, But this part's a lot harder because it's more like escalating and less hiking. But it's quite nice anyways. So we started around 10 a.m. and it took us 2 hours to get to the top. It's almost 1 p.m. now, and we started going back again, started going up again, and in about an hour we'll be in the peak. Well, this is, we're leaving the last stop before we make it to the summit. It's called Lago, and it's because of that small pond we have behind us. It's been 3 hours since we started walking, and we're not stopping again till we make it to the top. So I hope we make it. It's a very, very nice spot. Hello everyone, and welcome to my place on earth. To many countries, many places, but still, this is my all-time favourite. I wouldn't change it. I must be fair, I wouldn't change it. On the left, the Cerro Lopez, which is the highest mountain in the area, and you wouldn't see anything like that in many, many miles, and it's just standing by itself. Because it's a bit cloudy to me, you don't get to see them as clear. But behind the Tronador, there's 2 other volcanoes. Those are in the Chilean side. Right in front of the Tronador, below us, it's the Brazo Tristeza, which is part of the Nahuel Huapi Lake. Over there we have Cerro Capilla, Chapel Mount. Behind there's more Nahuel Huapi. That's the arm, the Blest. That arm stretches all over into Chile. We have this lake down here is Moreno, and if you look careful on the left, you can see the Hotel Sao, which is probably the most iconic hotel in Argentina. There you can see the San Pedro Peninsula. Although there's hundreds of trails all across Bariloche, Cerro Lopez will always be my favorite. And it's my favorite for several reasons. First of all, it's doable for anyone in a decent shape, it's not too far away from Bariloche, you can do it in 1 day back and forth, and it has some of the best views in the whole Patagonia. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and if you have any comments, you can leave them below. I will also leave my social networks, so if you like to see more content like this, you can check it out there. Thank you guys again, and see you in the next episode of Insider Argentina.